And, like, celebrating's cool. Like, the couches is fine. But when it gets to property damage...
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If it's your own couch and you want to burn it,
Yeah.
you can be stupid if you want to. Like, you're the one who's going to have to deal with it at the end of the day. But
like, the car, though, I know that
flip
person
people's-
did not volunteer their car to get flipped.
yeah, nobody's going to walk down the street and be like, yo, we won, flip my car, dude. Like,
Do you imagine going to work? You going to work the graveyard shift at the Amazon warehouse?
yeah.
Your Toyota RAV4 is flipped over in the street. I'd be pissed.
So inconsiderate.
So inconsiderate.
Yeah,
That's not
people
your
get-
fucking car. Because I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but it was something I thought it couldn't wait until, like, today.
Well, you were like, no,
Or
I need
could
I need a genuine reaction. You're like, I was like, oh, okay.
What
And
could I have said that would garner a genuine reaction, though?
I have no clue. I can't remember if you were like gonna tell me a joke or if you were gonna like talk about something that we were talking about.
It wasn't a joke, because I don't just have jokes. It was something that happened, but I don't know.
You're not
what
that clever.
happened. I'm not that clever. Only in the moment. I don't have pre-stored jokes. I only have pre-stored topics.
No.
I don't know.
What did you make a note of it? What are you scrolling?
Maybe I did, or maybe it was something I talked about on the radio today. Because didn't I ask you? No, wait, I don't fucking know. No, because that was Thursday.
I was say, did it have something to do with what you were gonna say during your show?
Maybe. Let's look.
Let's look.
Radio topics. This is a podcast topic.
What was the topic?
I don't know what the topic was, dude. I don't know.
I find like when I do radio breaks, I don't ever talk about anything other than the music.
Really?
Yeah. Or I just like plug the radio station, basically.
You ever plug the podcast?
I've plugged it once.
Me too.
Yeah. I had to like stay within FCC regulations. Be like, oh, it's not like
Yeah.
great, but it's there.
Like you definitely don't need to,
It's
But-
available.
but you could.
You could if you wanted to.
No, it's like your choice. Definitely your choice. I like looking through my old notes because sometimes it's just words.
Yeah.
Like this one it just says befuddlement.
What? Do you make notes of like crazy words you hear?
Kind of like words I've never heard before that I think would be funny if I used again, like befuddlement. I'm in pure
Use that in a
befuddlement
sentence
right now. I'm befuddled that I can't remember what I was going to tell you.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Music of the past on your way to class. WLSX.
Oh, you try to make positioning statements?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Is it?
That was a good
You
one.
like that one?
Music of the past. It rhymes too.
I made a better one. I thought. I don't know what it is.
I know. I felt pretty proud that Len shouted me out in the middle of class
Yeah,
for the positioning statement.
mad props from Len.
Yeah. Music of yesterday. Today, it's WLSX
DX. He said, "Oh, I might put that one on."
I was like, yeah, that's actually good. I'm gonna get that going. I was like, sweet.
Dude, could you imagine? He drops, what is it? WLSX here but not now, and he makes it yours.
Dude, if the station ever makes money, that some of that better be coming my way.
Where's my check?
Where's my royalties, dude?
Write me my check, Len. Come on. Let me find this though. Okay, I wrote this one. Out with the new, in with the old. That was a one I had.
I like the other one better.
You like the other one?
Yeah, I like music of the past on your way to class, because it's a campus station that rhymes. It is music of the past. There you go. See,
Better.
I told you, push the hair back.
Well, then I can see you now.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let me just see if I put it in here. I didn't. I suck. I had something funny to tell you, and I just don't know.
Oh man. All right.
Did I tell you about my car though? Like what happened to it?
The Jag?
Yeah.
What happened to the Jag?
So it was the one day this week that it was below like 30 degrees in the morning,
Yeah.
and it was the day after I got the car back, and I went out there, everything was frosted.
Yeah.
So I used the defroster like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you warm it up.
Yeah, windshield melted, cool. And there was still like fog on the driver's side windows.
Yeah.
So I went to roll it down and just started cracking.
Like the window cracked?
Like
The glass
not
did?
the glass, but I could like inside the door, like where the track is that pulls it down.
Yeah.
It goes.
Do you think that was maybe just ice buildup?
I don't know, because when I got out of class that day, I shut my door and the whole window just fell in. It
It just went. It
dropped
just.
out. It just dropped out.
Dude, you gotta pitch that thing. That car is, dude. You're spending more money replacing things and fixing things than you would if you were just to have someone buy the car.
Right.
Just
Because the cost of the sound system to be replaced is more than we could sell the car for.
dude, pitch that thing. Like seriously, just get rid of it.
I'm working on it.
Just get rid of it.
Because right now I'm riding around with a Beats pill. So,
dude, you know your car's sound system sucks when you got to put a Beats pill in there and listen to music.
yeah, it's tough. But that's twice. The day after I got the car, I had to give it back to get
Dude,
fixed.
either pitch that thing or like sell it to someone for like $500 and just call it good. Just cut your losses.
Jeez Louise.
All right.
It was the Kelly Blue Book 2 months ago was $3,000.
No way you could sell that car for $3,000.
Not anymore.
There's no chance.
You got no speakers. Oh,
it moves.
It moves.
It moves.
Drives better than it ever has
Yeah,
before.
right.
That's great, but so that the driver's window broke, and then the rear right passenger window has been broke since the summer. So there's 2 working windows in the car right now.
Half of the windows work.
Half of the windows work.
That's
you can
a
get
plus.
a diagonal breeze.
That is a plus.
Yeah, it's tough though.
Oh man.
I have to switch my car on my parking permit for campus every day,
Why?
so I don't get a ticket.
Oh.
Because this is my 3rd car in 2 months.
So you have to buy it. You can't just like use one for one car for the other one.
No, I
Like,
can.
how does that work?
You just
Because I don't park on campus. So.
Yeah, you have an account and you just have a car that's set as your your primary car for your permit,
Gotcha.
and you just change it when you get a different car.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay for a new car
Gotcha.
permit. But there is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
It's not funny.
Oh, well then why are we talking about it?
Because it's music, sir.
Oh,
and this
okay.
is the Tone Deaf Podcast.
That's right. Music News Podcast. Welcome to episode 2, everybody.
Episode 2, finally back.
Yes. I want to apologize for the delay.
It's been production issues.
Yeah, your boy here got sick and was out for a while. Had some other issues.
Won't talk about
We
that.
don't need to talk about those, but we're back with episode
back.
2. So
Finally back. Oh, what's your Wi-Fi, man? Can I get on that so I can pull this up?
yeah, you can. We might have to take a quick break because the Wi-Fi here, it's a complicated process.
And Wi-Fi pause. Wi-Fi didn't work.
It's an issue, but
Fuck Spectrum. Same shit I have. You know, it took us, I think, like 6 hours to get all our shit on when we first moved in.
yeah, it took Emma and I a little while to get ours working too. I don't know why they make it so complicated. Because you gotta do the security key for the Wi-Fi, and then you gotta go to like the Spectrum website and do like a username and password, and it's like, dude, just have one password just to get on the Wi-Fi.
Come on, man. I think it's because every apartment has their own account.
every unit has their own Wi-Fi. It's not just like the one building, which I like because that means our speeds are faster and we can like just hook everything up to it. It just takes forever. So
Yeah, ours is really fast. We can download video games in like 20 minutes.
oh yeah, like I mean like all of our streaming stuff is lightning quick. So
Does yours ever go out like periodically though?
sometimes. Especially like when we like with the Roku that we have, so if we try to like stream like Netflix or like Disney Plus, especially I don't know why, but it's always Disney Plus that like buffers and like just drops all the time. That's like the only one.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Disney, fix that.
Fuck Disney. Did you hear about Walt?
Well, I know
They're unfreezing him.
I forgot that he's like one of those people who they actually froze.
Yeah.
I heard he was a psycho though, dude.
Well, wasn't he
like
racist though?
Well, he was he hated Jewish people. Like he was a raging anti-Semite. Him and Henry Ford.
Henry Ford. Jeez Louise.
No, dude, you ever read up on Walt Disney?
I haven't, no. The only thing I've read about is like the freezing thing. That's like all I know.
Dude, he wanted to put Anaheim in a bubble.
The city of Anaheim.
He wanted to put like the whole city of Anaheim in like a dome. Like remember in like the Simpsons movie?
Yeah.
He wanted to do that, and then he wanted to rule Anaheim.
Why?
Because he's crazy.
Was he from Anaheim, or did he just choose it randomly on a map?
I would assume he lived there or something, but it's just what I read. Who knows? It could be true. It could not be true.
Fucking Walt.
But yeah, I just know he's crazy, or was crazy.
I've seen all the memes about like because he's getting unfroze or whatever.
Yeah.
Quotation, not a quotation. What was it? I don't fucking know.
Huh?
Len said something And he's like, you don't say quotation because it's not a quotation because a quotation's a quote. But if you do this, whatever. Anyway, but it was all the memes about like Walt Disney flipping out because there's like the Black Panther movie.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a Black Captain America now.
And it's all part of Disney.
Uh-huh. Fuck.
That's awful, dude. That's so bad.
I can't believe. I wonder what like if you froze someone from the 60s and unfroze them now, what they would think.
Well, I mean, it would be like the Austin Powers movie. You remember he gets frozen and he wakes up in like the 90s?
Yeah. I've lost my mojo.
Yeah, right.
I had an Austin Powers reference on the show yesterday.
Oh, you on your radio show?
Yeah, because they were playing the Alan Parsons Project.
Oh, really?
And then Dr. Evil, like whatever his mission was the Alan Parsons Project. So I said, up next is a song Dr. Evil would love from
Nice.
the Alan Parsons Project.
Nice. Dude, I try to throw like funny bits into my shows like that, but I just like I get so bummed out like if the playlist isn't like what I like, and so it's hard for me to like fake enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, there's like good stuff on there. Like I know like the second hour of my show was a lot better than the first hour for like the playlist because there was like, oh geez, they had like there was Pink Floyd, Nirvana. They played like Run DMC too, which was sick. But then like the first hour, it was just like it was either people I'd never heard of or stuff I just did not enjoy.
Yeah, see, that's 3/4 of mine too. Because
Yeah.
there'll be like 2 good songs and everything else is just...
I enjoy doing the radio though; it's a lot of fun. I think that's why probably next semester I'm gonna join the Whale, just to like keep going.
How do you get into that, by the way?
You just show up.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to Bobby. Bobby in our
The dude
class.
who sits behind us?
Yeah, not like right behind us. He's the dude who sits.
Do you have longer hair?
No. He's the guy who does the show right before me. He was the guy I remember first day. He wears like glasses and he's like really into vinyl. Do you remember him?
Kind of.
No. Well, he's.
I don't remember what his face looks like, but I hear him talking behind me.
He's in our class. Yeah. He's the director of like the e-board. So he's like the president or whatever of the Whale. And he told me he's like, yeah, there's like we meet at Lake Ontario. He's like, just show up. He's like, you can just join.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, it's like a club, so you can just do it.
Does everybody get their own show and stuff?
Yeah. He's like, you play whatever you want.
Oh,
Which is nice,
shit.
right? So it's like I could do like a pop punk hour. I could do like a metal hour, which would be sweet.
It's gonna suck when me and you have the same show.
We could do a duet show.
Yes.
We could bring the podcast onto the radio.
Yes. That's a great idea.
And that is how we could, we could do half podcast, half music.
Yes. And we can do it legally.
Legally.
Dude,
not have to pay for it.
That's a
the
plan,
Whale pays
man.
for it.
When does that start? When are you gonna do that?
Probably just next semester. That way I'm not doing it like while I'm doing this radio, just so I can kind of focus on
You
everything.
can do it any time then, right?
Yeah, he's like, I told Bobby, because Bobby does the show right before mine on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking to him and I was like, I'm looking to like keep doing this radio thing because I really enjoy it. He's like, but I want to be able to like play what I want to play, And he was like, yeah. He's like, you can join the Whale anytime. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking probably just like next semester so I can like focus on this right now and I don't have too much on my plate. But he's like, oh yeah. He's like, dude, come to a meeting next semester, whatever.
I'll do that too then.
Yeah.
I just signed up.
He's a cool dude, nice guy. Hey, but every time I come in there and he's still doing the show, I just hang out for like the last like 20 minutes of his show and we chat about vinyl. So
Then I'll definitely get in on that then.
absolutely.
Let me know when you go, and I'll go with you.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
I just signed up for advanced radio.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't get in that because it's a time conflict with one of my other classes, but it sucks.
Listen to this. Do you think I can do this, right? So it fits into my schedule.
Yeah.
Okay? I have a class in Mackinac Hall.
Yeah, I know where Mackinac is.
Okay.
I had a history class in there.
And then radio's in Superior, and then my next class after that's in Superior.
Okay.
So in Mackinac, I end at 2:15. Radio starts at 2:30. It's a 9-minute walk, and it will be snowing next semester.
Dude, you think that sucks? Next semester, my first class is at Superior, and I get 10 minutes in between that class and my next class, and I got to walk from Superior to the field house.
Oh, impossible.
Yeah. I go from concepts of communication to performance weightlifting. I walk from Superior to the field house, which according to Google Maps is a 15-minute walk, and I have 10 minutes in between.
Run.
Yeah, so I think what I might do is just talk to my comm professor, whoever, I can't remember who it is, but I'd be like, hey, look, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to like skedaddle like 5 minutes early because I'm gonna miss my next class. I'm gonna get me late to my next class. I gotta trudge through the snow, dude. I'm not looking forward to the winter up here. Great campus, I love it, but people keep telling me winters suck.
I can't even. That's what I guess what was good about last year is I don't even really remember what it was like in the winter.
Right, because everybody was at home, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was online.
The only thing is, though, I worked 20 minutes away. So we're driving in the snow, and I had the Kia. There was one day, my parking lot over there, all the way snowed in. I had to work at 7, so I was trying to leave at like 6 because of all the snow. I had to leave really early. And it was, of course, before the snow plows had came. So there was like a foot of snow. So I back my car out. It gets in the middle, like the road of the parking lot. Doesn't go. So then I just keep hammering it. So I get about halfway, and somebody else is pulling out. So I'm following these tracks. So I get to almost the entrance. My car slides off into like a 2-foot pile of snow.
Dude.
So then it could only go in reverse. It wouldn't go forward. So I reversed all the way back to where I started.
Yeah.
And I kept driving there back and forth to try to make a path to get out. And I couldn't. So I went back and I was laid down on the couch until they finished plowing.
Oh, dude.
And I was an hour late for work.
That sucks.
And that's also how I crashed my car.
Nice.
It was because of the snow up here.
Yeah, I heard it gets
Blame
rough.
it on the snow. Blame it on the snow, not that I was driving too fast.
All right. To the music news, we had some great stuff happen this past week.
Tell me what happened.
Travis Barker.
Ooh, yes.
House of Horrors special. He had a pay-per-view special.
Big thing last week.
I would say pretty solid set list. Pretty solid lineup.
I do want to say my favorite thing about that was Mark Hoppus return.
Did you watch it? Because I didn't watch it.
I didn't. I only watched Mark Hoppus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was him.
It's cool to see him playing again now that he's beat cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
I like how. Do you follow him on Instagram?
Yeah, he always makes fun of it. It's hilarious.
Did you see the picture he posted when his hair grew back white?
Yeah.
He goes, "What the shit is this?"
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's so funny too, like how he was like making fun of himself during it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he posted a picture, and he's like at the doctor's office, and he posted a picture of him like sitting in the chair, and he like captioned it. He's like, "1 chemotherapy treatment, please." I was like, "That's funny."
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah.
He sounded really good though.
Oh yeah. I mean, do you watch his streams that he does like on like Twitch or Discord? Or
I like to watch the clips.
Yeah.
I don't because I never know. I don't know when he streams.
I always just watch the clips too most of the time.
I just like when he's playing songs.
Yeah.
He's playing the old Blink songs.
Yeah. But anyways, this House of Horrors show was like a Halloween show that Travis Barker did at his house. I think. I'm pretty sure he did it at his house.
I think so. There was no audience or anything.
No, yeah, that's to say it was a pay-per-view thing. But lineup, let's see, we had Mark Hoppus, Machine Gun Kelly, Black Bear, Jaden, Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
And who else was it?
Was Mod Sun there?
I'm sure he was, because I know him and Avril are like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like also he like they're all. It's weird how like all these people too are like all like really good friends. I think they're all signed to Travis's record label DTA.
Okay.
I don't know if Machine Gun Kelly is, but I know Jaden is. And
He's on Bad Boy.
Yeah, and
Still,
then
I think he probably will get off that though.
Well, Avril Lavigne just signed to DTA.
Oh, did she?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but
I didn't. I know, but she's making music again, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. She put out that song with Mod Sun a while back.
I know that one.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Good song. Did you listen to his album?
Mod Sun's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It's good.
It's good. That song Karma slaps.
Oh, that is a good one. Hey, did you watch the music video for that?
Mm-mm.
Sweet.
Is it?
It's very good.
Yeah.
He has a great voice for like the pop punk genre.
Yeah, and the cool thing too is like he's like older. Like he's not really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's actually been in the game for like a long time, and he just recently kind of hit it big.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I really dig his music. He's good.
In his mid-30s, I think.
I think so.
Who else was there? Anybody else?
Like I said, Jaden was there. Ian Dior was there. I like Ian Dior. Says here that it was hosted by Allison Hagendorf.
Oh, love her.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
Danger from Jackass.
Oh, okay.
Which was cool. So, yeah. Unfortunately, didn't watch it. I did catch the Mark Hoppus clip though. Really cool to be seeing him perform again. I can't wait till Blink-182 puts their album out. I know they have an album that's like almost done.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's like 60 or 70% of the way done, I think.
The only thing shitty about that, I'm pretty sure probably the earlier songs recorded for that were recorded separately.
Yeah.
Because I know Matt Skiba had a huge fear of COVID, I think, when it first started.
Probably.
Because I remember watching, like, Mark talk about it, and it was hard for them to get in touch with Matt because he was, like, kind of off the grid, staying away from everything.
Yeah, he was just kind of staying home. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I hope Tom rejoins soon. I think it's going to happen at some point. I think they're just trying to work it out because I know Tom is like a really busy guy. He's got a movie coming out and he scores movies and directs stuff.
Finding aliens.
Yeah, right. He's still working on that alien thing.
I'm glad he was finally right about something though.
I know, right?
Like just finally proved everybody wrong when that CIA thing came out.
Stuff is like actually starting to come out too. Like he wasn't joking. Like everybody thought he was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he's a little crazy maybe, but
that's just Tom.
That's just Tom.
To the Stars is doing good though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're actually having stuff come out, and it's like starting to become like a
credible, like
a possibility that like all this information is coming out. I remember, I can't remember how long it was ago, but like the Navy like actually declassified like the whole UFO thing. They were like, oh yeah, we've seen them, they're real. I was like, what? Like,
you kidding me?
Yeah,
flying saucer.
Well, because like you don't know for sure whether or not it's like aliens, but you at least know that technology exists. So whether it's still human or it's alien, it's still like pretty crazy. But I don't know. I hope Tom rejoins soon because I like the Skiba stuff. I like Matt Skiba. I like the stuff they did with Matt Skiba, but in my eyes, it's not Blink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that stuff I grew up on. It's not that stuff that I love.
It doesn't have the same feel.
No, it really doesn't. I don't want to go as far to say that it sounds like a different band per se, but it's just, I don't know. It's a different style.
I do it does sound like a different band though.
Well, yeah, because it's still Mark, it's still Travis, but I think Skiba is just so different from Tom, so that's probably why it sounds so different. And they're doing stuff now that they haven't done in the past. Like a lot of the stuff that they did on 9 was just kind of like a whole new kind of style for them, which I don't know. I liked California better just because
California was great.
Well, I just liked it better because it just sounded more like classic, like Enema era Blink. 9 was good because it was different, but I don't know. I prefer Tom over Matt like any day, and that's not even nostalgia talking. I just like it better.
Yeah,
but
much better guitarist in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
In my humble opinion,
definitely more inventive. That's for sure.
Yeah, what do you think about if they did like a 2-guitar lineup and had all 4 of them?
I think it'd be interesting. Because, I like what Skiba brings, because I don't know if you've ever listened to Alkaline Trio, but I actually really dig Alkaline Trio. They're, like, a lot more, I would say, emo than Blink is. They've got a lot, like, darker stuff. But, yeah, I think that would be really interesting if they... Because then all 3 of them could sing, too, which would be really interesting. But...
I feel like it's kind of like...
I think it'd be kind of hard to do.
I just feel like now it's like if Alkaline Trio just had Travis Barker as their drummer.
Yeah, that's
what 9 made me feel like, kind of.
I can see that.
But I also, like, 9 was good. I think it was the first time they used, like, drum pads and stuff and, like,
they
electronic
used,
drums.
Like, trap beat type stuff.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's not that I didn't like it. It was just different.
I guess that's kind of like the way the sound's trending, too.
Well, yeah. If you listen to most of the pop punk stuff that's coming out now, whether it's with Machine Gun Kelly or Mod Sun or anything like that, like they use a lot of electronic drums now. It's just kind of how the genre has evolved.
I do like it though, like verses or trap beats, and then the chorus comes in. You bring in the actual instruments and stuff.
When it's done right, it's good. But then there are times where I've heard it and I'm just not a fan. But when it's done right, it's really good.
So, other big news:
8 dead at Astroworld.
Crazy.
Yeah, I just heard about this morning.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing I woke up and saw today.
Well, because it was from last night. It was apparently, according to musicnews.com, 8 people have been killed following a crowd surge during a Travis Scott concert on Friday night.
That's fucking insane. 50,000 people were at the festival. This says, so from the Houston police chief, the crowd began to compress around 9 o'clock towards the front of the stage, caused a panic, and people were injured. 17 people transported to the hospital. 11 people were transported in cardiac arrest.
Dude, festivals are no joke, especially when there's not enough space for everyone, and you have people like toppling over each other like that. That's what happens. It sucks. It's sad.
And then they canceled day 2.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I wonder, like, because like Faster Horses didn't cancel their other days when people died.
Yeah.
I wonder. Maybe,
I'm surprised they didn't. I thought they probably should have.
I feel like maybe because Travis Scott's like one of the biggest artists in the world, probably a good look for him to cancel it.
Probably. I mean, also too, it had to do with the crowd, to where at Faster Horses, I know it had just something to do. It had to do with like a generator, so like it wasn't. That's true. It didn't necessarily have anything to do with the festival itself. It was more just people being irresponsible with generators and whatnot. But
yeah, I guess because it could have happened again today too.
Right. Yeah. Totally. So, yeah, that sucks, man. Dude, festivals and stuff, they can get out of hand really quick when there's that many people. I mean, I'm sure most music fans know about Woodstock 99. Have you ever like watched the documentaries about that?
Mm-mm.
It got so out of hand, dude. There were so many. Let's pull it up. At the Woodstock 99, dude, people, there were, I can't even remember how many people there were. There was like hundreds of thousands of people like at this festival. And at one point in time, I think when Limp Bizkit was playing.
Fucking Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
God damn it, Fred.
Dude, people started rioting.
Rioting?
Yeah, they were like tearing the stage apart. Bonfires were going on everywhere. There were like multiple instances of like rape, people getting like raped in the pit or whatever. Like they like tore the place apart. It was insane. Yeah. There's like a whole documentary on it.
Did people die?
Oh, I'm sure people did. I would be surprised if people didn't. But dude, the lineup was insane. Like anyone and everyone who was anything in music was at that festival. I mean, I'm looking at like let me pull up the lineup here because I don't necessarily remember it off the top of my head, but
do they still do Woodstock?
I don't think it's not a yearly thing. They've done like, because the first one was in like 69, I think, like when Jimi Hendrix and stuff played, and then they would like do it so many years later. I know they did one in 94, did one in 99, and then I can't remember if they've done it since. I think they did one in 2009 maybe, but I don't remember. But yeah, like let's see, let's look at the lineup here. Counting Crows, Dave Matthews, Limp Bizkit, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Willie Nelson, Collective Soul, Megadeth, Godsmack, Everlast, Elvis Costello, Limp Bizkit, The Offspring, Korn, Bush. Ridiculous amount of like crazy good bands were here.
Crazy.
But yeah, dude, festivals, they can get out of hand.
I read something that said maybe somebody was selling lace pills too at the Travis Scott thing.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Festival culture has gotten to a point where it's not even about going for the music. It's about going to get fucked up and that's what Faster Horses is.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that the majority of the people who go to Faster Horses go because they want to enjoy country music.
Yeah. We saw 3 people perform.
Yeah, right.
Out of like 20.
Yeah, it's just a big party. That's all Faster Horses. There doesn't even need to be performances. Someone could just come out with a big speaker and people would just do the same thing.
That's what they're in like the middle of the track. There were like strip clubs and bars.
Yeah.
Like people build their own bars in there.
Yeah. It's a drinking fest, really, is what Faster Horses is.
Come and get fucked up. It was great and I want to go again. Loved it.
That's why I've never gone. A, because I don't like country music, and B, just because the stories I've heard of just the binge drinking that happens and like how like messed up people actually get, I'm like, that doesn't sound like fun. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But
it was fun. I got lost and I had to walk back by myself, and it was like a video game. Just navigating.
Dude, that'd be scary. Like, you get that many people and, like, you get away from your friends and, like, nobody's getting... You're not going to call anybody. You know, because, like, nobody's going to hear their phone or
there's
get
no
reception.
service either.
Say, there's not going to get any service.
So I was trying to find them, and my phone wouldn't work, and none of my messages would send, and all my calls dropped, and I was like, all right, got to do it on my own.
I've read so many stories about people going to, like, EDC or Coachella, and they get, like, split up from their friends, and it's a whole journey to, like, get back to them, because it's, like,
tough.
You can't call them. And there's no way to, like, text them.
Yeah.
You're just wandering around this, like, sea of people.
It's very tough.
I would panic. I'd probably panic. I'd be like, oh.
I think I was too drunk to panic. I was just like, all right, I guess. All right, whatever.
You just start making friends with strangers.
The funniest
thing.
thing.
Are you guys my friends?
This way? All right, look at this.
Okay, I can't find my friends.
The funniest thing is when I was walking back in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
And it was on this road that was lined up by a bunch of trees. And this one dude went to go pee, and he just slid down into, like, a ditch. And, like, the grass was really tall, so he just disappeared. And he just slid down. He was gone. And I was like, man, he just fell into the abyss.
Yeah, dude. People get messed up at those things. I would love to go to, like, a Woodstock or something like that, just because I myself would really enjoy the music. I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I've never gone to Faster Horses. It's just because I'm not a country music guy. And... You know, to me, like, I wouldn't go to a festival unless I could actually listen, like, to music. You know what I mean? But to each his own.
Yeah, I was not there for the country. Luke Combs, though, was nice.
80% of people aren't there for the country, dude. Like,
everyone there was just there to get drunk and yell, "Fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody's just there to drink for, like, a week straight and not stop.
Yep.
Completely destroy their livers.
Yep. That was fun. Great time. Want to go back. That was great.
It's fun, dude, but sometimes it's dangerous. I mean, like, people died, man. Like, it's messed up. I worked with a kid who knew one of the kids who died.
Really?
Yeah. That was such a sad story, dude. Such a sad story. Because, like, it wasn't even... from what I heard, it wasn't even their generator.
Yeah, it was like the kid's grandpa.
It was somebody else's generator. It was just like a freak accident.
That's sad. In other music news...
Yeah, other music news.
You know what time it is. It's November.
Right.
So it's Mariah Carey's time to shine.
I have already heard that song.
Yeah.
Far too much.
It's bullshit, man.
I can't stand it. Not only am I not a consumer of Christmas music in general,
okay,
but I wait as long as possible to actually listen to it. Like, unless it's December, I don't want it on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
Because I'm the type of person where it's like, Christmas is December. Like, holidays are like the months. You know what I mean?
This is Thanksgiving's time to shine.
Right.
And everyone just blows past it.
Right.
Go from Monster Mashing to fucking Mariah Carey.
There's people who are like, oh, the Christmas stuff is coming out and it's September.
Dude, everyone in my complex has their Christmas trees up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, nobody lets Thanksgiving breathe.
Yeah, my girlfriend we just went to Target the other day. She wanted to get Christmas decorations.
Oh, God.
I was like...
I see the wrapping paper right there.
Oh, yeah. So...
It's already time to go. Well, I mean, that makes sense, though.
It, though.
It's time to get Christmas gifts right now.
Well, yeah, you got to start buying Christmas gifts now.
I always buy them the week before Christmas.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna wait till after Christmas.
Get the deals.
And then I just I make up the excuse. Oh no, it's shipping. Like it's on its way here. It's just taking a long time.
Mail's slow. They're backed up.
Yeah, they're backed up.
You know how it goes.
My girlfriend loves it though, dude. She's like a Christmas fanatic.
I like Christmas.
No, I do too. I like Christmas as much as the next guy, but I don't celebrate it until December.
Yeah.
It's just not that important to me.
It's not Christmas for me if there's not snow.
Yes, there have been a couple Christmases in my lifetime where there wasn't snow on the ground, like one of those like freak Michigan winters where it's either 20 feet of snow or there's nothing.
Yeah.
And there's times where it's nothing, and I'm like, this is weird.
It's not Christmas.
It's like Christmas in the fall.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just weird. It's like 50 degrees outside. This makes no sense.
This is not fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christmas music is just...
It's time for Mariah Carey to get #1 on Billboard again from a song from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's literally the only song I've ever heard by Mariah Carey.
Really?
Yeah. It's the fucking All I Want for Christmas.
No, yeah, for me it's that one, and it's the one song she wrote about Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
Obsessed, I think is what it's called. Yeah, there's like the 2 Mariah Carey songs I've ever heard.
The one where she dressed up like Eminem and had a mustache or something.
Oh man, dude, you know what my problem with Christmas music is?
What?
It's I hate listening to it because no matter who sings it, it's always the same like 5 songs.
Yeah.
And there's like, unless you do some like mashup or remix, it's like it's just not interesting. It's just the same thing. Like there's no, you can't do it a different way because it's just gonna be the same song.
Did you listen to Justin Bieber's Christmas album?
Indirectly.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
I was an innocent bystander.
Yes, I was a victim of.
Yo, mistletoe slaps, bro.
Get out.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna cancel this show. I
No,
don't
no.
want to do this podcast anymore.
No, I was kidding.
We
man.
can't be friends.
Shit. All right, bro.
I'm just kidding. No, seriously though, that shit sucks.
Yeah. I know.
Everybody, all the Justin Bieber and Christmas music fans are gonna come for me. I'm gonna have people on the street saying, "Yo, I listen to your podcast, dude. Fuck you.
Bieber rocks, man. I'm a believer." Shut the fuck up. Is anybody a believer anymore? Is that still a thing?
I don't think that term is a thing anymore.
when
I think
he
that
was
stopped
12.
being a thing when he turned like 18. When he finally became an adult.
Started getting arrested.
Yeah, right. When he started becoming a bad boy, like egging his neighbor's house.
Pissing in the mop bucket.
My favorite one was that he bought a monkey and then left it in Germany.
Yeah.
He just abandoned a monkey. It's probably still there in the airport somewhere. It's in the Lost and Found.
It's like that Tom Hanks movie, The Terminal, and it just lives.
I've never seen that movie.
Neither have I. But
I actually never. Wait, what are you making a reference?
because I know of. The movie.
You know of.
I know of.
You ever find yourself doing that where you make a reference to something you've never actually seen or listened to,
Yeah.
but you know like because other people talk about it?
You just know of it.
Yeah, I do that with movies all the time. I feel like.
Yeah, I know that one just because I've seen it on TikTok. You ever see the TikToks? It's like
I'm not on TikTok.
you're not on TikTok.
Ever since it like blew up, I have refused to download it like a cranky old man.
Oh, okay.
Just because I see like there's funny stuff on it. I'll give it that. I will say that the majority of the stuff on it is either just not funny or stupid or like really toxic. And then also like I see how addicted people get to it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to stay away from that because there's people who are like on it for hours because you just get sucked in.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah. Although, but the weird thing is that's just me with Instagram. Like that's just how I end up like, or like YouTube. You ever go down one of those YouTube rabbit holes where like you watch a video
Yep.
and then you see another one, you're like, oh, that looks cool.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden you look up at the clock and you've been watching YouTube for 6 hours.
Yeah, that happened to me yesterday because I have my screen time widget on my phone, and it said 8 hours, like
what?
right before I went to bed, and I looked at it, and it was because at 3 a.m. I watched 4 hours of YouTube.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've done this thing. So I've done this thing multiple times where I'll be laying in bed at night, like watching YouTube. And of course I get in that rabbit hole, right? Like I'm like, oh, new video. Oh, this one looks cool. This one looks cool. And then I finally I kind of start to yawn a little bit. I'm like, okay, I think it's time to put this thing up, go to bed. And then I check the clock and it's like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And I'm like, well, I got to get up in like 2 hours for class. So I might as well just stay up. I did that once in high school. Because I used to go to 0 hour sometimes, like the weightlifting thing in the morning. And I literally did that one night where I was just YouTube like all night long. I'm like, all right, time to go to bed. And then I looked at the clock and I think it was like 5:30. And I'm like, I have to get up in literally about 20 or 30 minutes to like get ready to go to like things. So I was just like, all right. So I kept watching it for like another 15 minutes and then woke up, like got in the shower and got ready for school.
Jesus.
Dude, that day was rough. I think I hit like 3rd or 4th hour and I'm just sitting there just nodding off because I'm like, ugh.
Did you get a good lift that day though?
I don't remember. I might have. I probably did. I don't know.
Sleeps for the week anyways, man.
Yeah, pre-workout goes a long way sometimes.
Can we talk about the chaos that was the Michigan State game?
Don't even talk to me about that, dude. I got so upset. Especially because the Big Ten came out like the other day and apologized and said that they blew that strip sack call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where he sacked the quarterback and he fumbled it in the end zone. They picked it up for a touchdown, but they called it back and said he was down. Yeah, Big Ten came out and said, no, we blew that call. He wasn't down. It was a fumble.
So really, they won.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, Michigan State fans come for me, but, dude, the amount of holding calls that were missed.
Did you go
to the game?
Yeah.
No, I just watched it. I was about throwing stuff at my TV. And...
We were at the tailgate.
Yeah, I saw you guys went to College Game Day. How was that?
That was fun. We got there too late to get. Well, you could get in. Obviously, I got to see Tom Izzo. That was cool, but we couldn't get up close, kind of. But that was cool, and then we were just drinking until like right before the fourth quarter ended, and then we left before the game was over, and then the chaos ensued.
How'd you guys like watch it? If you couldn't get into the game, how'd you guys watch it?
We were walking around just watching on people's TVs, just talking to people, and then we found.
Did people have like TVs at the tailgate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we found Trevor's tent.
Nice.
And we were with him and like Marissa and their family and stuff in Nolan.
Oh, I didn't even know they went.
Yeah,
that's sweet though.
We got there and then Trevor was in the game because somebody had tickets.
Oh, so he just got to go in.
He left everybody. And I texted him and said, "Dude, you left us right before we got there." I was distraught.
Yeah, that game as a Michigan fan, as a hardcore Michigan fan, that game angered me so much because the more I think about it, the more I think to myself like, dude, Michigan State's not even that good. They just have the best running back in the country.
Heisman.
Yeah, no, honestly, give the dude the Heisman.
Heisman.
That guy's insane. Kenneth Walker, give this man the Heisman.
Please.
I kept watching that game going, they don't have anything else. I was like, if this guy's off the team, they're like 3-9. Like,
hey, man.
You can't sit here and tell me Peyton Thorne's a good quarterback. Like,
I mean, he's all right.
No.
I mean, he's all right.
I'm sure I just sound like the biased, angry, butthurt Michigan fan, but man, that game should have been won.
Well,
I still think Michigan, and again, not even talking. I'm not biased here. I still wholeheartedly believe Michigan has the better team. State just happens to have the best running back known to man.
All right. Well,
he was responsible for all their points, except for the extra points and 2-point conversions. Every touchdown they scored was him on the ground.
Yeah, because he had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, 5 rushing touchdowns.
Attaboy.
On like 30 carries.
That's that dude right there.
I'm seriously, if he doesn't win the Heisman this year, I would actually be upset. And
I really hope
that says a lot coming from a Michigan fan. Like, if he does not win the Heisman,
respect.
It's a crapshoot. Like,
did you see all the Snapchat videos after the game?
No, I tried to
flipping cars over.
I saw, of course, it's State, so you know there's going to be burned couches.
Yep.
You know they're going to be burning couches.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one where these two absolute idiots tried to get a picture of them sitting on the couch while it was on fire. So they're sitting on like the middle cushion and like the cushion to the right or whatever. And the left half of the couch where they're not sitting is on fire. But then the fire quickly spread and caught one of the dudes' ass. And so like he's running now down the sidewalk. So this video, he's running down the sidewalk. His ass is on fire, and his buddies are trying to pat him out, and then he like rolls on the ground, and then they finally get it out. I'm like, what a moron, dude! Like,
Jesus.
How did that become like an MSU thing, like the burning couches thing?
Maybe somebody just had a shitty couch, and they're like, I don't want this anymore. And then everyone's like, that is awesome.
That's sick.
Every time we win, burn a couch.
Or if we lose. It works both ways.
Burn the fucking couch.
Dude, dude, people can get really crazy when it comes to that stuff. Like Ferris weekend up here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the videos of people taking down light poles at Mystic?
That was fucked up.
That was insane. Like I saw that. They brought down like 2 or 3 of them, and I'm like...
See, I talked about this on my show yesterday. And like celebrating's cool. Like the couches is fine. But when it gets to property damage...
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If it's your own couch and you want to burn it,
yeah.
You can be stupid if you want to. Like, you're the one who's going to have to deal with it at the end of the day. But
like the car, though, I know that person did not volunteer their car to get flipped.
Yeah, nobody's going to walk down the street and be like, yo, we won, flip my car, dude. Like,
do you imagine going to work? You going to work the graveyard shift at the Amazon warehouse?
Yeah.
Your Toyota RAV4 is flipped over in the street. Dude, I'd be pissed.
So inconsiderate.
That's not your fucking car.
Yeah, dude. Alcohol and adrenaline can do some pretty crazy things.
Pretty cool, though. You get a group of people and just fucking push a car over.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's kind of a dick move, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we get broken glass on our patio all the time.
From what?
People partying and stuff, and just no consideration for other people's space.
Like above you?
Yeah, either that or some people just getting drunk and stupid and just, like, throwing shit from the sidewalk. Like, we woke up, this was last weekend, and we woke up, like, Saturday morning or whatever. Woke up early to catch, college game day and all that stuff. And I look out on the patio, and there's just broken glass everywhere. And you can see, like, the bottoms of, like, beer bottles and stuff, like, all over the place. And I'm like, oh, gosh.
Jesus.
And it's like, you can't like tell anybody about it because you don't know who did it. Like I don't have a security camera out front, and like I also like don't want to be that guy to like narc on someone just because they dropped a bottle or something. But at the same time, it just like pisses me off because it's like, dude, this is my patio and I got broken glass everywhere, and I'm like, I gotta worry about cutting my feet just to go outside. Like this sucks.
Yeah, I think we need to stay away from property damage.
Yeah. If
And
you're going to
just
damage property,
fucking up
make
other
sure it's your
people's
own property.
Yeah, don't fuck up other people's shit.
Right.
It's not cool.
Not cool. Dick move.
What have you been listening to lately?
You know what? I'm going to... Well, a lot of podcasts, actually, but... but music-wise, actually, I'm going to have to go to, like, my Spotify and my recently played. Let me see. A lot of Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay. Fitting for the time of year. Is that unironic? Or
Yeah, it doesn't.
you know what I love about Smashing Pumpkins? Not the band, but just pumpkins.
Pumpkins in general.
The bridge on campus, and everyone throws their pumpkins off of it.
I didn't know people did that.
You haven't seen that?
Off Little Mac.
I think so. I don't know. That one bridge.
Yeah, that's Little Mac.
That is.
Yeah, that's Little Mac.
Yeah. You go look down it. There's just pumpkins everywhere.
That doesn't surprise me. I just didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also been listening to Silverchair. For those of you who don't know, Silverchair is amazing. Diorama, the album Diorama in general, really, really good. It's like alt rock from the 90s. They came out in the 90s. That's when they kind of hit it big. This album's from 2002, but it's kind of like alt rock, but they put in like orchestra pieces. So there's lots of like strings and horns and stuff like that. So it's like kind of cool, kind of different. And then what else? I was listening to the Pixies too the other day.
Where is my mind?
Yeah, it's a great song.
Love that song.
But yeah, lots of different stuff. I usually kind of stick to like the same. I do this thing where like I'll listen to the same like 4 or 5 bands for like a month or two, and then I'll switch to like a new 4 or 5 bands. But
Bro.
what?
So
You just stopped and gave me a look. So
because
I was like,
there's some new information about Astroworld. Going back to that.
Oh, really?
Someone in the Astroworld crowd was injecting people with some sort of drug, thus causing the panic. So someone in the crowd went crazy and began injecting people with some sort of drug, which caused the panic and then people to run forward. And
So some dude was walking around with syringes and just sticking people.
yeah, it says it was a targeted attack. More than 300 people were injured and a 10-year-old died.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus.
So
Christ.
some dude is walking around a music festival with syringes and just sticking people.
Yeah.
Dude, what kind of world do we live in? That is absolutely insane. That just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what triggers some people when people are just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
And you feel the need to just ruin it
For
some reason.
everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah. It's just like, that's insane.
I hate it here.
Dude walking around with needles, just stabbing people,
Yeah.
just like forcibly shooting people up like that. Like
Here you
that.
go. Fucked up.
Oh, that's so messed up, man. Like, I can't, like, my mind's having a tough time processing that. Like, just thinking about, like, imagine you're at a festival having a good time and some dude just comes up and sticks a needle in your arm.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, and then all of a sudden you start going, oh my God. And then you just start running, like you just lose your mind.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't get it. Like, that's
I just don't get
that's
some
absolutely
people.
insane.
Have you seen this stuff about Kanye West and Big Sean?
Oh, yeah, he went on. Sorry, it's not Kanye, it's Ye now.
Oh, sorry.
It's just
Ye.
Ye.
My fault. Forgot he legally changed
Yeah, he
his
legally
name.
changed it to Ye. So Ye West.
Ye West.
Ye West. He went on. I think he did an interview or something, and he like put everyone in the rap industry like on blast.
Mm-hmm.
He said signing Big Sean was one of the biggest mistakes he ever had.
Don't understand how that's true.
He came out and he called out John Legend because he didn't support his presidential campaign.
Yeah.
He's like, John Legend should apologize or something like that.
Did you see that video of I don't know where they were at, but it was Kanye and Chance the Rapper, and he was yelling at Chance. He's like, "Fuck you, your album flopped." He said, "You're a little boy to me. Your album flopped."
Well, which album are we talking about?
The Big Day or whatever.
That did flop.
It was not good.
Did you ever listen to Did you listen to that?
A couple of songs, and I was like,
So
"Chance."
bad. Which sucks too, because there's been a couple times where I listened to like previous songs of his where I'm like, yo, this dude's kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I listened to that album and I'm like, this is garbage.
His mixtapes are really good.
Yeah, like acid rap.
Yeah, I don't know what album chance is not the move.
Just stick to mixtapes.
Just come on, man.
Your album sucks.
Yeah, Kanye's off the deep end.
He has been for a while, which kind of sucks too, because like from a producing and like musical standpoint, he's kind of a genius.
He is a genius.
Like, and
I
don't know if you ever. What just happened?
I hit my knee on the table.
Oh, dude.
The bad knee.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, Kanye's great.
No, but yeah, he's great. Did you ever actually listen to Donda?
A couple songs.
I did too. It's different.
That's
for sure. But I like it. And that's my thing, especially when it comes to hip hop. It's like all the hip hop I like is like not your conventional like hip hop. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm into like Kendrick Lamar and like Tyler the Creator, and especially Tyler the Creator's great.
I really like the gospel album Kanye did.
I actually never listened to it.
You didn't?
No,
it was good.
I did not. Was it good?
It was really good.
I mean, I'm not like a religious guy, so I don't really like listen to gospel.
Neither am I, but just because
was it still it was still enjoyable though.
Oh yeah,
he's like a producing mastermind. He really is. Like in the studio, like he really knows what he's doing. It's just everything else. He's just kind of wacky. I don't know.
He needs to stop talking.
Yeah,
I feel like Kanye's been acting out for years. I feel like this Kim Kardashian Pete Davidson thing might have set him off a little bit.
Pete, come on, man. What are you doing?
Pete's crazy.
I love Pete though.
He pulls all the baddies.
He's hilarious, dude. I love Pete Davidson, man. He's so funny. Did you watch King of Staten Island, the movie?
I did.
That movie. It was a great movie.
Really good.
I love Bill Burr too. Bill Burr's great.
Bill Burr's amazing.
He's great.
Amazing.
He's definitely one of my favorite stand-up comics. That's for sure.
I'd have to say Tom Segura.
He's got a great podcast.
The one with Bert Kreischer or whatever?
No. I think it's called Your Mom's House. That's like the main podcast he does. Let me look that up. Yeah, it's called Your Mom's House. And I think he does it with his... Oh, yeah, he does it with his wife, who's also a stand-up comic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Your Mom's House with Christina P. and Tom Segura.
Okay.
But yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, Tom Segura is good, though. Yeah, and Bert Kreischer. I love Bert Kreischer, too. I had him on the TV when you came in. I was watching one of his specials, the Machine special. Did you ever watch? You ever like heard that bit that he does?
I don't know. Is that the one special that he does with no shirt on?
He does all of his shows with no shirt on.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, that's like his thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you ever like heard his story? So like he went to Florida State in college. He was there for like 8 years because he just partied.
Okay.
And then someone was doing a documentary on like the party scene at Florida State, and they found him and thought he was hilarious. And so he started doing like, not only did he start doing stand-up, but he had some show on like FX where he just did a bunch of crazy stuff. He like skydove and like fought a bear and like did a bunch of crazy stuff. Dude, his story's insane. And then but that machine bit that he does, have you ever actually listened to it? Like heard the story behind it?
I don't think so.
So when he was in college, he took a Russian class, and of course didn't pay attention. He wasn't a great student,
right?
And apparently like the teacher only kept him in the class because she needed to teach the class to like get her master's or something like that, or to get her doctorate or something like that. And they end up going on a class trip to Moscow, like to Russia, like in the 90s when like the mob ran everything. And apparently because they're there and the mob runs everything, the school or whatever had to pay the mob to like send in like gangsters to like help walk them to and from class and on field trips and stuff. So like nobody would like fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up like trying to become best friends with these like these mobsters. And he's apparently, the story goes is they're all like living in the same like hotel or staying in this like the same hotel or whatever. And he goes up to the room of like where all the gangsters are at. And he planned like some sentence like to say in Russian. And he gets there and he opens the door and the mobster like stares at him like really aggressively. And apparently Bert just like lost all train of thought, and all he could say in that moment in Russian was, "I am the machine." And apparently the mobsters like loved it, thought it was hilarious, and they brought him in and they like drank all night. And then during that whole trip he was friends with these mobsters. And then they go to Moscow on a field trip. Or no, not to Moscow. They go to like another like city in Russia because they were in Moscow. But anyways, they go on this like train trip, and he's hanging out with the mobsters the whole time, and they end up robbing the entire train, including his classmates. And they wake up, and it's an overnight trip, and they wake up in the morning, and they go to, like, they get out of the train to, like, the station, and there's, like, cops or whatever. He's like, oh, dude, I'm busted. And he walks over there, and the cop comes up to him, and of course the mob runs everything, so they pay off the police, and so the cop goes, I understand you are the machine. And he goes, yeah, and he goes, tonight you party with us. And he's like, wait, I'm not in trouble? And he goes, no. Whatever it is. Yeah, so imagine being, like, 20, 21, and you're in the Russian mafia, like, as a college student.
I am the machine.
He goes, I am the machine.
I am the machine.
That's all he knew how to say in Russian was, I am the machine. Bert Kreischer's hilarious.
That's great. Oh, my God. Pause. I got to piss.
Oh, okay.
Nothing worse than the wind, my friend. What's up next?
Let's keep talking about. We gotta start talking more about music, man. We keep we keep getting sidetracked from music.
What's going on in the music world? Also, besides tragedy.
Besides tragedy.
I
don't know, man. I mean, Adele's got that new album coming out. I know we talked about that last episode. I've been listening to that song on repeat. That's
really?
That's a great song.
The only time I listened to that was on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my girlfriend plays it all the time, though. No. But, dude.
I was a child, and you left me. Or whatever.
I don't think that's what it said, but you're close, dude. You sound just like her.
I know. I've been practicing a little bit,
you
trying
can sing.
to get my Adele on.
Yeah, no, she's got that album coming out, which exciting. Apparently, it's supposed to, like, the theme is divorce.
Oh,
because I know she just split with her now ex-husband.
Spicy.
But what you been listening to lately? What's been on your
a lot of old stuff
on repeat for you lately?
A lot of old stuff. Been listening to a lot of old Eminem lately.
Oh, okay.
It's just been hyping me up.
I mean, his early stuff beats his stuff now.
Yeah. I was listening to...
That's back when he was, like, crazy.
Yeah. The drugs.
Yeah, mentally ill Eminem is way better than present Eminem.
Yeah. Still great rhyme schemes, though.
Well, yeah, he's a lyrical genius. Lyrically speaking...
Lyrical miracle.
Lyrically speaking, he's one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
Still, let's see.
What
a lot of Blink, MGK. It's like the same shit.
Usual stuff.
The usual.
The usual suspects.
I haven't been really listening to anything new.
Really?
Yeah, because, like...
There's really not a lot coming out right now, though. I mean, to be totally honest.
I hope MGK drops a Christmas album.
No, you know what Travis Barker should do?
What?
Is put out, like, a compilation record. Where, like, he has, like, all the artists that he usually works with, like Swayco, Jaden, MGK, Dior, Black Bear.
Oh,
they put out like a Christmas, like, compilation album. Like, DTA Records could do that.
I feel like that'd be good. It'd be like the one he put out with the one album he put out like 10 years ago. Let the drummer get some.
Yeah, where it's like it's with like a bunch of hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do that with all the DTA Records people now.
That would be sweet.
And it could be a Christmas album.
It doesn't have to be Christmas.
Dude, that would be sick though. Like, that's a Christmas album I'd listen to.
I feel like we're good on the Christmas music.
That's a good point.
Like, we have all the songs we have now. I only listen to 5. There's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, the one about Christmas.
Yeah, which is all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the Christmas playlist.
You have a Christmas playlist?
No, just the Apple generated one.
Yeah.
Okay, Christmas Essentials. So, Mariah Carey, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, Jingle Bell Rock,
Yeah.
Let It Snow, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Holly Jolly Christmas,
Yeah.
Sleigh Ride by the Rockettes or whatever.
Yeah.
The trap remix of that song.
There's a trap remix of that song?
Yes. It's great. It is really good.
No, I like I Won't Be Home for Christmas by Blink-182.
Yes, and Not Another Christmas Song.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yes. See, that's what I like is like when people write new Christmas songs like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to more Christmas music if there was new stuff that came out, but because it's the same 10 songs, I get bored.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's the same song, but it's somebody else singing it.
I don't.
And with Christmas, I feel like with Christmas songs, it's like it's hard to reinvent the same song. You can only reinvent the same song so many times.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to do it in like a new and interesting way, which is why I like when people just write new Christmas songs. Like, if people did that more often, I'd probably listen to it more.
I don't know. Just like I said, I think we're good. It's hard to make new stuff like that because like back in the '60s and like everyone had a Christmas album.
Yeah.
You know, like Elvis and Frank Sinatra and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good. I think we got just like Halloween music. Nobody makes Halloween songs anymore.
They should though. I feel like Halloween you could do.
That'd be easier. I feel like.
Well, yeah, because there's so much more you can work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much about Christmas that you can talk about, but with Halloween, it's just about whatever scares you. So you could talk about literally whatever. You could, you know what I mean? You could write about whatever.
Okay, so since bringing up Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't been able to work for the last few weeks, let's talk about some Halloween stuff.
Okay.
Did you watch the new Halloween Kills movie?
No.
You didn't?
I did not.
Did you watch the Halloween from 3 years ago?
I don't think I've seen any of those movies.
You haven't seen any of them? None of the Michael Myers movies?
Nope.
Sir, you're missing out.
I'm not a big horror movie guy, though.
Did you watch any when it was spooky season?
I think I watched Nightmare Before Christmas just because I love Tim Burton movies, but I watched the usuals. Like I've seen like that. I've seen like Hocus Pocus. Like that's a classic. I kind of hate it, but it's a classic. It's nostalgic for me.
That's why I wish I had like Disney Plus
Yeah.
to watch all the Disney one, like Halloween Town,
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus, banger.
Yeah. They're just classic. That's really what it is.
It's. I feel as I get older, I feel like it's harder to get into holidays.
Yeah,
Like
because
just
it's
really
like
commit to.
well, because
them.
when you're not a kid, they're like you kind of lose the magic. Like
Yeah.
you're not your imagination isn't as creative or inventive, and it's not just like I don't know. Especially
trick-or-treating.
Christmas. Christmas is like the big one.
See, I don't know how you feel, but I like Christmas is fun to like see family and stuff, but I don't really care about presents anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the older I've gotten, like the less I cared about the present aspect of it.
Yeah, because I don't really need anything.
Well, yeah, and not only that, but it's like when you're a kid and you get new stuff, like you freak out. Like I still like get excited when I get new stuff, but I'm starting to get to that point where it's like if I want it bad enough, I'll just go, like I'll work and then I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can buy your own stuff now.
Yeah, I mean not entirely. Like I'm still a broke college student. I can get whatever I want
within limits.
Yeah, within certain parameters.
Parameters.
There's a word you can put on your little list.
Befuddlement.
Befuddlement. How about this one? Counterintuitive.
Ooh, I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's a great word.
I'm feeling very counterintuitive right now.
Conducive, possibly?
Stop. I'm not that smart.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
You know what was weird?
What?
Yesterday, I really wanted to do homework.
Do you ever get those moods where you just you feel super productive?
Yeah, you just like want to work on stuff.
Yeah. I was like that, what was it, Wednesday. I got home, my Mondays and Wednesdays, I have one class in the morning and that's it. I have it from like 8:30 to 9:45 and then I'm off for the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. And I get home from class, it's like 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning and I'm just like, I just want to do shit.
Yeah.
Like all day. Like I want to go work, I want to go write some songs. I was like, I want to clean. Like I want to like do home, I want to get all my assignments done.
I cleaned my shower yesterday while I was taking a shower.
You like squeegeed and like wiped stuff down.
Dude, I don't know what was building up in my shower.
You get all kinds of stuff in showers.
But it was gross.
Yeah.
It was like this.
You got to clean them every once in a while.
Yeah, I need to get into like this kick of cleaning my bathroom once a week.
Yeah.
Just because so much like hair and just dust and nasty shit builds up.
Yeah, bathrooms get dirty really quick because you use them all the time. You know, so it's like, I mean, we try to clean things here pretty regularly. Our biggest issue is just laundry, because I get so lazy with laundry. It's just like it's either like not putting the dirty clothes away, or it's like I get clean clothes from laundry and I just keep them in the basket.
Yeah.
And I just pick out of the basket for like a week. You know what I mean? I don't ever actually put it away. Yeah, it's easier. It's like a mobile dresser.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I did my laundry.
It's messy, but
yeah, and they're wrinkled. See, I'll leave it stuff in there, but shirts I got to get out.
yeah, because I hate having wrinkled clothes. I tell you what though, there's this stuff you can buy. I don't remember who makes it, but it's called wrinkle eraser, and it's just like this like can, like aerosol can. You spray the clothes, and then you lay it out, and you spread it flat with your hands. Wrinkles are growing like that.
Really?
Dude, it's magic.
See, I could use that. We have an iron. And
Steamers are huge. You gotta get a steamer.
Isn't that the same as an iron though?
It's quicker. It's far quicker.
what's a steamer? You just like
It's
heat
it's
up.
essentially the same thing, but it's like this. It's kind of like a wand, and you like hang the shirt up so it's flat.
I know
And
what.
you kind
Yeah.
of just go like that over it. A lot of people use them to press suits and stuff like that, or like dress clothes. Like you want, because it's just quicker than ironing a shirt. Because when you iron something, you gotta like spread it out, and you gotta like put it flat, and then you gotta like rub on it. For the steamer, you just kind of like wave the thing over it a little bit, and then you kind of spread it with your hands, just like the wrinkle eraser thing I was talking about, and then boom, it's all good.
I don't know what's been going on with my clothes, but they'll be like bunched. Like I forget to take stuff out of the dryer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull it out, just like fan it out.
Yeah, shake
and
it.
and the wrinkles go away.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I've had really good luck with wrinkles this year.
yeah. I've had a problem with sweatshirts pilling. You know what pilling is?
No. Oh, the little bumps.
The little like balls of fabric that get bunched up. Yeah, all my sweatshirts have been doing that.
I hate
It's
when my
it's
clothes do
annoying.
that.
Yeah, we have this thing though that that actually gets rid of it. It's like a little
Little grate on it thing.
yeah, it's like a shaver thing. It's like electric. You like flip it on, and it's like the really really tiny like blades or something I guess, and you just go over the fabric and it picks up all the little bunched up balls.
My mom used to have one of those, and now I know what it was for.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember that. I used to play with that thing when I was a kid. Just like rub it on my pants, not even trying to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was cleaning my bathroom, and there was this like orange stuff. It was orange. It was gross. It was like stained. So
That happens in showers a lot.
I don't know what it is though. And I took I have a Mr. Clean magic eraser, like the sponge, wiped it across, and it was just sludge. It was orange sludge.
It's probably just buildup of like calcium or
Soap, maybe?
yeah, maybe. You need to get like CLR. That's what you need.
What was that?
Calcium lime rust. It's like a cleaning thing that like gets stuff like that out of showers and stuff. You spray it on and you let it sit for a little bit, and then you like scrub it off.
Like scrubbing bubble.
Kind of. Yeah, it's kind
Have
of
some of
like
that.
it's kind of like that.
I like how we turned into the house care podcast.
Yeah.
Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah, but we should start a side podcast where we just talk about how to clean your house.
Low key. So
Good housekeeping, the podcast.
Get a brand deal from
Good housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping.
Speaking good of housekeeping, I was watching Step Brothers for like the millionth time last night, and that reminded me of that scene.
How does that scene go?
Well, they play the game. He's like, all right, let's play a game. He's like, on the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
Velociraptor. What's your favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to? Good Housekeeping.
Classic.
If you were a chick, who's the one guy you'd sleep with? John Stamos. He's like, do we just become best friends? Yup.
You want to do Karate in the Garage?
Yup.
What a classic movie. I need Will Ferrell to be in some more stuff.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for Step Brothers 2 my entire life.
I think the time passed for that one. I think
don't
they should have
know.
made it like 10 years ago.
I think they could still make. I guarantee you, if they made that today, people would lose their minds.
Yeah.
That could be. It would just be tough to do it in a way because so many sequels to movies like that end up being just kind of corny and just they kind of suck.
Daddy's Home too.
That actually wasn't half bad.
John Cena?
Yeah,
Cena?
he's not a great actor, to be totally honest.
You're not a John Cena fan?
Not from an acting standpoint.
You don't think he's good? You don't think he has the it factor?
It depends on what movie.
Yeah, well,
He's not very consistent. I don't know.
not as good as The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is. I
Although-
would say The Rock is a far better actor.
Although The Rock's first couple movies weren't very good. He didn't take off till Fast and Furious.
What was his? That is not true. You cannot tell me he didn't take off as an actor until Fast and
I'm
Furious.
talking about blockbusters.
Yeah, I guess.
Because he didn't start making the $100 million movies until he did Fast 5. Because before that, he was doing Disney movies. Because he did.
Oh, yeah, he did like Game Plan
And the Tooth Fairy.
and Tooth Fairy. One of my favorite.
The fucking Tooth Fairy.
No, actually, one of my favorites was Gridiron. You ever watch Gridiron? Where he's like the football
That was
coach of like
good.
the prison team, like the
Yeah.
juvie team or whatever.
That was really good.
That's one of my favorite Dwayne Johnson movies.
I like him when he does serious stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was good. And then he went from that, I think, to the Game Plan.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but he did Gridiron Gang, and then he did Tooth Fairy. I was like,
Ah,
very different, Dwayne.
yeah.
The one that I really like is The Rundown
I never saw that.
with Sean William Scott and The Rock.
Never saw it.
That's a good one. I like it, but now it's like he can make anything, and it's just gonna make $500 million.
Yeah, because he's like a personality. Like he's like a brand. Like, you know what I mean? It's like he's that synonymous with, you know.
Well, he does everything now.
Yeah, he does music now. That's stuff we can talk about. We can do that song he did with Tech Nine.
It's about drive. It's about power. Bars. I don't think he wrote that.
No, there's no way.
I doubt it.
If he did, then props. I'll give him that. But
for an actor, it wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't as corny as I thought it was gonna be.
It's still pretty corny though.
Because you can tell in like this cadence, like that he's not a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like he like you can tell that it's a person rapping who hasn't rapped before.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell, like you can hear it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Because when I first saw like, oh yeah, he's like my first rap song, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. I was like, this is gonna be so corny.
It's like when Vin Diesel made music.
He made music. Vin Diesel made music?
You didn't know?
I did not know that.
You feel like I do? Banger.
I've never.
Never.
I'm gonna pull that up because I have no.
Here's a pause. He's gonna listen to Vin Diesel.
Okay.
So how was that?
That was interesting.
You're a Vin Diesel fan now? The singer fan?
You know what? What it was for me listening to that, God, it threw me for a loop. Because I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, the melody's actually pretty good. Like, the music is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Even the lyrics are pretty good. But I cannot get over this dude's voice. Like, I can't get over the fact that this is Mr. Family.
Mr. Family.
Yeah, like, I can't get over the fact that it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
It was just off-putting.
It's not a good music voice.
No, because, like, again, at the same time, like, you wouldn't think if Vin Diesel put out music, you wouldn't think that's what he would put out. Because he's like, his image is like this hardcore, super like tough guy. Then he puts out like this kind of like sad,
soft and sweet.
Yeah, like super soft and sweet, talking about like, I don't know, it's so weird.
Emotions.
It was just weird. It was weird.
She said I drove her away. Big news.
What's the news?
Getting my MRI today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They moved it up too.
What time?
4:30.
Okay. So figure out what's wrong with your leg.
Yeah. See if they make me get surgery, I'm saying no.
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna let it go to shit.
See, like I don't know. I just don't want to.
Have you ever had surgery?
No.
No.
I just had my tonsils out when I was 5.
To say wisdom teeth is like the only type of surgery I think I've ever actually. No. That's the most recent surgery because I've had like my adenoids and stuff like that out.
Tonsils and adenoids.
I haven't had my tonsils out though, which is weird. Because they usually take those out at the same time.
Yeah, that's what they did for me.
Yeah, but for me, they just took my adenoids out. So I still have my massive tonsils.
Are they big? You got some big ones?
They're huge, dude. But like when I had strep like 2 weeks ago or whatever, like, and you saw pictures, like I would take pictures of my throat. I would like look at it and go, how am I breathing right now?
Yeah.
Because it's just like there's no open space in my throat, dude. I'm gonna see an ENT pretty soon though, so. Those will probably be getting out sometime in the next couple months.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe in my sleep when I was a kid. That's
I still don't know how I breathe when I sleep. I mean, I do fine, but I don't know.
Dude,
they're huge.
I had the weirdest dream last night.
Yeah.
So I was on a basketball team.
Okay.
And I wasn't playing, so because still in my dream, my knee was hurt.
What kind of basketball team?
I don't know. I really don't know.
It was just random?
Kinda just some random dudes.
Just men's league?
Men's league. It was just a men's league. And there was somebody's mom. Older woman.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, the benches were couches.
They should make that a thing.
Low key?
Yeah, like, just comfortable.
Just chilling?
Although being sweaty, sitting on a couch.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, especially if it's leather, you'd like stick to it.
No, don't do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but then I guess I hooked up with one of the other players' moms.
Nice.
That's what happened.
That's one way to go.
It's quite the dream.
None of that really made any sense, but...
It doesn't. Well, it's because my dreams don't make sense.
Do dreams ever make sense, though?
No. The classic dream I always had was I was skydiving.
Yeah.
With no parachute.
Yeah.
And I hit the ground and wake up.
Yeah, I have those a lot.
Like I'm
like
not
you wake up on impact.
Yeah.
I had one like that where I skydove, or I was like falling through the sky, or like from a tall building or something like that, no parachute. But like when I hit the ground, I just like stood up. You know how like when you jump off something, you just land on your feet? Like that's what it was like.
You're like fucking Superman.
Yeah, but like it wasn't even like a dramatic thing. It was just like I just landed soft like a cat and just started walking. It threw me for a loop.
So, well, that was fucking weird.
I was like, what? And then I walked down the street, and I think I got hit by a car, and then I woke up.
Oh, so you weren't dying from the fall.
Yeah, no.
But you had to die at some point in that dream. So they're like, we're just going to have him get... It's like in the movies when people get hit by a bus.
And they survive somehow?
Or like just they walk out in the street, and it's just... It's like, okay.
It's like the bus didn't even break.
Yeah. The bus was like, what the fuck? Was that a fucking fly?
Dude.
Like, okay.
I find so often in movies things that just don't make sense.
Yeah. Some movies I question how they even got financed. Or someone picked up that story.
What's like the worst movie you've ever seen? Or the one that made you go like, why did I watch that? Or like, how is that a thing?
I don't know. It's a tough question because there's so many bad ones that I've seen. It's like the ones I really don't like are the new Netflix ones, like The Kissing Booth, or like To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yeah.
That I've had
Did
to
you
watch.
see the Addison Rae one?
No, and I don't want to.
That one got clowned on so hard by so many people.
And of course it did, because it's Addison Rae. She's not an actor.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, you ever... Do you ever, like, have to untuck your balls sometimes? Like, they just... Like,
what?
Like, you're sitting...
Dude, how do we get to this?
Are
you high right now? I feel like that's
No.
a stoner question.
No, I'm...
Sitting back on the couch, high as a kite. You have to untuck your balls, man? I'm like, why did you just ask me that?
Because it happened to me the other day. Like, I was sitting down, and I had to get up, and my balls had fallen in between my legs, and I had to untuck them, and I stood up.
Welcome to the Tone Deaf Podcast, people. It's the podcast where we talk about music and testicles.
And testicles.
Oh my god, dude.
I just thought it was funny.
That was so random.
They were just like stuck to the inside of my leg, and I was like, golly, jeez Louise.
All right. That was.
I just thought I'd ask you, man. I thought I would just ask.
I'm sure I have at some point in time. I'm not gonna lie, but man, that was a random ass question.
Sorry.
Especially because we were talking about movies, and then just out of nowhere, this guy goes, "You ever have to untuck your balls?" And I'm like,
you know,
was that like a movie you saw where someone had
no,
to
it just happened to me the other day, and I was just
oh
like,
my god, dude.
I feel like I should bring this up.
Well,
I feel like I should bring this up. I feel like it means enough.
Yeah, for any of you guys listening,
to
let us know. Is that a thing you do commonly?
Just like your balls get stuck against your leg, and you gotta get them out. You gotta remove them.
Got to.
You gotta remove them.
Oh, I wanted to actually want to do something real quick.
What?
I'm gonna plug something.
Cheeky plug?
Little shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
We're gonna have a website up soon.
Whoa.
Website up for Mike Check Studios, our network. Which I don't know if any of you have heard, but we got a new podcast out. Why don't you tell them a little bit about that?
Podcast. Are you talking about this one or the other one?
This is a new. I'm talking about the new podcast.
The new podcast.
The new podcast.
The new podcast that will be chopped and screwed and put up soon.
Will be out soon. Yes, out on Mike Check Studios.
So if you don't know, Mike Tech Studios is our network where it is home to 3 podcasts: The Once Upon a Thought, this one, The Tone Deaf, and the new one, the TBL, the Toxic Boys Lounge.
Yes, that is the new podcast we'll have coming out soon. It features Garrett here and his 2 roommates,
yes,
Anthony and Jacob. So
yes, it's a funny one. Just a lot of
where does that
talk.
phrase come from? Toxic Boys Lounge.
Oh, me and Jacob were talking about this in the summer. We wanted to do a podcast, and we're like, what should we call it? And we're like, toxic. How do we incorporate toxic?
Would you consider yourself a toxic man?
Depends on the day. Depends on the day and my mood.
What in your eyes is a toxic man?
I prefer not to get into that right now.
It might be controversial.
It's an incriminating question.
Is it an incriminating
It's
question?
an incriminating question. I can't answer it right now.
Do you find that you hold toxic masculinity?
Toxic masculinity, no.
Then
just toxic behavior.
You're just a toxic boy.
It depends on the day, my friend.
On the day.
Depends on if the toxic boy decides to go into the lounge.
Well, if the listeners want to find out what a toxic boy is, I guess they'll just have to listen to episode 1 of the TBL podcast.
Just listen to episode 1. It's a lot of bullshit talk, and then there is some good quality talk in there as well. That'll come out soon. I just have to edit a lot of stuff out.
Stuff that can't make the air.
Stuff
You know what we should do? We should start a Patreon where whoever subscribes or donates or contributes, they'll get to hear the full uncensored TBL podcast.
That's
So all the bits you had to cut out because it's too toxic. They'll hear it on the Patreon.
It's not a bad idea because there are people that I know would like to hear it, but then there's also people that probably get offended pretty easily. Well,
they don't have to contribute.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of it.
That is the beauty.
That is the beauty of capitalism.
And
if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to.
This is America.
It's America.
This is America, baby. But yeah, it'll be called the Toxic Boys Lounge if you're looking it up. That's the name that you can search, and that'll be the third addition to the holy trinity of the podcast on Mike Check Studios.
Yes, Mike Check Studios. It's our podcast network, slowly becoming somewhat of a production house.
Yeah,
we're gonna look to put out music, put out kind of all kinds of stuff, just kind of all under one roof, one place.
Hopefully some films, video projects.
Yeah, it's kind of just be sort of a multimedia. Can't really call it a company because it's not like we're making money yet.
Just
something
network.
Just kind of a fun project we enjoy working on.
Do you have a name for the website that you think you're gonna go with there?
I mean, if I can just have it be MikeCheckStudios.com or whatever like that, or MikeCheck.com or whatever. I mean, we'll see. It's not out yet. It's still in the works. We're still working on it.
Look out for something like that in the future.
Yes. Well, I mean, and we'll definitely post. So you can check our socials.
Yeah.
Whether it be the Tone Deaf social or I think Mike Check Studios.
And follow us on all the socials.
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, look us up.
And
follow my Twitter.
Also, possibly be looking for maybe a YouTube channel in the future. We can maybe start filming the podcast for any of you who want to watch on video.
Would love to do that.
Yeah, so definitely look out for that soon. And look out for music too. We still got stuff in the works. That will probably be one of the things that comes out later down the road, just because we're busy people and we got stuff going on. But we got stuff in the works, so stuff is coming. Music is coming at some point.
Music is coming. There's a lot of material written that needs to be recorded and put into actuality.
Yes.
I want to do one more plug before we get out of here today. And that is, we're on the radio, the two of us.
Yes, we are.
Each have our own shows. Mine is Friday mornings, 8 to 10. Mick G is the name I go by on there.
And you can listen to me, same station, WLSX. It's AM 900, or you can stream at WLSXradio.com.
Yes, on the web.
I'll be on there Friday, same day, but from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I do the afternoon/evening show.
Evening.
I go by a slew of names, Aaron, A-Root, Root, whatever you want to call me. Just kind of there hanging out.
Yeah, it's a fun time. The music's questionable. We don't get to pick it.
Yeah,
but
there's good stuff on there though. It's top 100 80s and 90s, so it's a lot of nostalgic, just kind of sing along stuff. So if you like 80s and 90s pop music,
check it out.
A little bit of rock too. You can check it out.
Sometimes they throw a rap song in there.
Yeah, every once in a while. I had some Run DMC.
I had Salt and Pepper.
Really,
yesterday.
You had Salt and Pepper?
Yeah.
Nice.
What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man!
Gotta love Salt and Pepper.
I love Salt and Pepper. I started doing this new thing. I'll tell this real quick. So I was wondering, because I need to work on like leading up songs better and stuff. So I started doing this joke where I'll say, like, "Yep, you guessed it. It's the number 91 song from Germany in 1984."
Oh.
And I just pick a random country in a very low chart position.
And it's regardless of whether or not that's factual.
Oh no, I look it up really?
Online. You look up
like
where it was on the charts, like when it debuted or whatever.
And then I just say that instead of like top 1 in the U.S.
That's funny.
91 in Germany.
Yeah, that's funny. It's the 91st most popular song
from 1984
in Yugoslavia. You do like super small, obscure countries.
They even have music charts in Yugoslavia?
I would think almost every country has, or I would say most countries have. Like there's charts. There's like charts all over like countries in Europe and
that's true.
In Asia, I would think.
I wonder why some songs chart really high in some countries but low in other ones.
People have different tastes, different culture. It's kind of what it is. That's why like some British bands like do terrible in the UK, but then they come to America and they blow up. A lot of rock bands were like that.
Yeah.
Like back in the 80s when like Def Leppard was coming out, they like bombed in the UK, but then they came to the States and they blew up.
Didn't AC/DC not do very good in Australia?
Well, they're from New Zealand.
I thought they were from Australia.
They're New Zealand.
I was close.
Yeah, close enough. It's
Close. It's the same difference.
Don't come for me on this, but it's kind of the same place.
Same colors on the flag, right?
I have heard though that if you say that to people from either New Zealand or Australia, they'll get really upset with you.
Really?
Because there's like a rivalry. Yeah.
Sorry to our New Zealand and Australian fans.
Yeah. There's definitely not any, but
Definitely.
you're definitely not listening to this in Sydney right now.
What if though? What global podcast?
Yeah. So hey, actually, if you are listening to this show and you do not live in the United States, please contact us and we will give you a shout out on the next show.
Yeah.
Please do, because that would be amazing.
Also, share this with your friends.
Yes, please share. We're trying to grow not only this podcast, but Mike Chick Studios. We're trying to grow the brand.
Trying to grow us too.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? If you want to contact us for things you want to hear, things you think suck, anything like that, shoot us an email.
Whatever you want to talk about. What is the email they can contact us at?
We have thetonedeafpod@gmail.com, or I just created an email for Mike Check, which I believe is... actually don't even remember. How about that?
Oh, jeez, Louise.
How about that? I do not... Let me check it, though. I'm going to pull this up.
Jamie, pull that up.
I'm going to pull it up. Don't worry about it.
This is good. Another...
Let's see. What happened to this? I don't know where it went. I believe it's studio miccheck@gmail. Okay. If don't quote me on that. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I believe it's studio miccheck@gmail. All right. So
shoot us an email.
Yeah, shoot us an email.
Well, if you stuck around through all this, you're great. Thank you.
Yes.
Keep sharing this with your friends.
Yes.
Let people know that we're out there.
Share on any social media platform you want to share it on.
And also listen to WLSX Radio.
Absolutely.